A SRAM 12-speed cassette on a Shimano HG freehub? What voodoo is this? Hey folks, we're back again with another video, and today we're going to be servicing a WTB Serra wheel and SRAM 12-speed cassette. So even though this is a WTB wheel, the hub in it, from what I could tell, is a Bear Pawls hub. These are very popular rebadged hubs. They come in a lot of bikes, a lot of bike brands, and a lot of their wheels. So chances are pretty high that a lot of you people out there actually have that hub. So this guide should help you out. As for this cassette, it's a SRAM 12-speed, but it's a PG-1230 cassette. This 12-speed SRAM cassette fits on a Shimano HG driver, which is what this hub has. We'll get into that in a bit. So we're going to be fully servicing this wheel, and that's pretty much it. So I'm not going to break out a tools and parts section because this is a super easy hub to service. And ultimately, there's no real parts needed, all right? So let's go straight into the job. So I'm gonna break it out in two ways that you could work on this hub. One, you do not need to take the cassette off the driver in order to access the driver and work on it, all right? Again, this is a very easy hub to work on. To give you an idea, all we need to do to separate the cassette is literally pull on this whole axle will come out, and our cassette will come out with the driver. So now you could sit there and actually just clean the inside and clean the driver, okay? I'm not gonna do it that way. So, I mean, in a worst case scenario, in most cases, this is how you would quickly clean the old grease, put in a fresh coat of grease in there and put it all back together, all right? But what I'm going to do is separate the cassette from the driver so you guys could see it, because if you get one of these cassettes and you want to service it and you have to take it apart, there's a lot of parts and pieces to a 1230. So we're going to go into that, all right? So the other option is to separate the cassette from the actual driver itself. Now for that, we're going to need a regular cassette tool, and you're going to need a chain whip of some sort. They got the regular chain whips. That's just an arm with a chain that you wrap around. I sort of like this one, okay? And this is simple enough. You're going to put your chain whip around a set of the teeth over here, get a good hold. Take your cassette tool and, I mean, it's going to be a good amount of force. There we go. That's loosened up. Let's grab our cassette tool, and we're going to take out our cap. And that is our cap, right? Now take the cap and put it on the side. There are many layers and many spacers to this cassette. Again, it's a SRAM 12-speed on an XG driver. This has 11 tooth. It doesn't have a 10 tooth, right? That's the lowest tooth. So this is the lowest tooth. Let's put it on the side. Let's put it in order going, now let's go this way and out because we're going to need the space, right? So then we have another one, and then we have another one, and then we have our first spacer, okay? And then we have the fourth, and then we have a spacer again. And I'm only doing this just in case you guys have this and everything falls apart on you and you ask yourselves, how do I put this thing back together again, right? So another spacer, and then again, another spacer. It does end at some point, I promise. And then that tooth, and then another spacer. And then the last one, over, could you even see this? Yeah, I'll leave it there. And then we have a large spacer over here. This is a large one. And then the last four come off one shot, all right? And essentially, that is our order. So what we can do now, if we want, is sort of put it together so we could work on this. So you could literally just sort of put everything and stack everything on top of each other. You don't have to. In fact, I wouldn't, right? I would just literally put it on the side in the same order in order to make sure you don't get confused when it comes back to putting it together. I'm not going to get confused, so I'm just going to do this so I could have a little bit more space, and done. For the driver, simple enough. We're just going to take it, and we got the cap. Grab a piece of paper towel, get a little bit more grip because there's a lot of grease on this thing for some odd reason. Actually, we just take the whole thing and pop it up. So literally just pull up the whole thing and the cap should fall apart, and that is our driver. Again, this is a Shimano XG driver, very typical, and we're using it on a SRAM 12-speed cassette that's meant to work with this driver. Again, this is a Bear Pawls driver, and I'm pretty sure this is a Bear Pawls hub. Now, next, we can inspect our bearings. Again, they made it real easy for us. Watch out, there is a spacer over here, right? So on the axle, so let's just take that, put it on the side for now. I'll leave it there. All we need to do is literally pull out this axle and our bearings are fully exposed. Nice and easy. So basically what you can do, oh, that's in great shape. No grinding, no nothing. Perfect shape. And then, let's go to this side. Oh, perfect shape too. No worries over here. Clean it up, just grab a paper towel, go in there, no alcohol. We do not need to put any kind of aggressive cleaner on here whatsoever. We don't want to damage the seals on the bearing walls, or the bearing seals. Just go back and forth and try and get as much grease off these edges in here as well, right? Because that's what seals everything for us. So dirt and water, or water and dirt don't get in. So just go around, clean everything, and then again, use your nail or use a pick to go in there and just clean again that seat in here. Get all that crud out of there. So this way we know. And also clean the outside here. Okay, now inside we do have a spacer. We don't have to worry about it. So that side looks clean. Now what we can do is turn it to the other side. Just don't touch your rotors, whatever you do, right? And just clean this side over here. Okay, and this part of the wheel is done. To work on the driver, we are going to remove the pawls first, right? So let's grab a pick and let's go on the side of the pawls and just push them to the side. One. Oops. Oh, I forgot to say that there's a spring underneath and I saw the thing fly. I'm going to get lucky because it flew on a white sheet over here. But let me show that again. Let's zoom in on the next one. So when we push out the pawl, there is a spring underneath right there. So make sure that you block the spring from popping out. All right, just like that. I gotta go find the other one. So again, make sure you block the spring from popping out. Done. And that's it. Let's take out the springs now. One already flew out. I gotta go find it. And that's all that's left. Next, we clean. Found the third spring, so now we clean it. The best way to clean these, to be honest, you could use alcohol, or if you happen to have any, you could use a cleaner, a degreaser, brake cleaner, so on and so forth. Just put some in there. Just let, wow, light springs. Just let it sit there, and we will clean all that. We'll come back to that. Now, as far as the actual driver itself, there is a rubber base to it. So let's just go in here and clean all the old grease off of it, wipe it all off. Just all the heavy stuff, right? Clean the outside of the driver. We don't need grease on the outside of a driver, folks. All right, people use too much grease outside of stuff. So let's clean the inside here. Okay. Try and get in there and get all that dirt from the bearing walls. Again, the more grease you use, dirt just sticks to it. And we don't need to use a lot of grease. There's also the teeth in here, or the threads. Let's clean the threads so we get a good grip with our, we'll also clean the threads on that thing. Okay, so go in there, clean the threads. Okay, that's done. All right, let's clean our spacer. Just grab any dirt, debris that's on it. Let's, again, if you're using alcohol, just put it in there, let it break up a little bit, and then clean it with a paper towel. This stuff takes care of it right away. 1, 2, 1 spring, 2 springs, and then what we're going to do is swipe them off quick, put them in a clean spot. And now we are ready. Be careful with your springs to put it back together. So I also clean the axle, the spacer, and well, the other spacer, right? So now we put the springs and the pawls back into the hub. I'm going to use Shimano's hub grease, basically. This is light enough for the job. And the way it works, we put the springs in first and then we put the pawls. But if we look at the pawl, you will see that it has a step side and a flat side. The flat side faces the spring. The step side faces out. So the way this works, let me open up this bottle over here. We're going to put a little dab for now into the spring hole. Okay, just a dab to hold the spring in there. So let's take the spring. Let's put it inside the hole. Just like, oop, no, make sure it sits flat, okay? So then what we can do is just put a little dab for now. We'll put more in later, just to make sure we got grease all around it. Okay, now again, the flat side faces down. The step side faces up. Now the spring is gonna be in the way, so grab yourself a little pick. Just be careful over here, the spring doesn't bounce back on you. Move it out of the way, and boom, we are done. And then we repeat the same to the other three. And the third pawl, grab the flat side, face it down, tuck in the spring a little bit, and boom, all three pawls are in here. Next, let's put it back into the wheel. To put it back in, first let's start with our axle. Let's take some regular grease and put a very thin coat. I mean a thin one. We do not need a thick coat over here. Okay. And we are going to take the axle, go on the brake side. Oops, sorry about that. Go on the brake side, and we are going to put, hey, what is that? Wow, what is that? Good question. That's weird. Huh. Anyway, take the axle, and we're going to put it through. Now, if it doesn't go through this because the spacer in between the bearings is blocking it, just move the spacer with your pinky, and we are done. So now, again, let's take a little bit of grease, put it on the outer axle, just a little bit. Slide this spacer in there. That'll take some grease with it. Okay, now what we can do is take some grease and either put it on your pawls or just take some and put it in here. Now, I don't know when this thing's going to get serviced next, so I'm going to put a little bit more normal. Plus, I sort of like them quieter, right? And then we're going to take this, we're going to slip it on. If it doesn't slip in, it's because there is a spacer in between the, in between the bearings inside. There we go. Just make sure the space doesn't get in the way. Go down, turn left, and boom. Spinning nicely. Then you grab this guy and pow. Next, we put on the cassette. Now, I broke the cassette out by parts, right? So first, make sure we clean the cassette. We do not need to put grease on all this stuff, man. There's no point. It's just going to collect dirt and grind things for no reason. So clean everything. All right. Now, when it comes to putting in the cassette, you will notice that there's a whole bunch of small spaces over here, and then one large one. Well, this isn't the space actually. So we're going to use the large one as the guide. So if we look at the actual driver, you will see that we have the same size splines, but over here we have a small spline and a wide space, right? So that's going to be our guide. So first I'm going to start off with the large cogs, right? So I have, again, I put the wide part with the small spline at the bottom, and on the large cog, I believe this was it right there. Yep. Okay, then I have the large thick washer next. And the reason I'm doing this is, again, for some of you who have never done this before and own this, because a lot of people, more people have this than they think, than they know. Okay, then we're going to grab, again, just clean. We don't want any dirt caught between the surfaces of the spacers in this thing. Okay, so again, now these things have numbers. The numbers face you basically. So this is a 28 tooth, for instance, right? So don't put it backwards. Again, look for the wider one. There it is. Jeez, man. Ooh. Okay, I don't know why I missed that. Spacer again. Again, we want nice clean connections. And then letters facing you. So this is a 25 tooth cog. I believe that's the big one there. Nope. Nope. Come on. There we go. And then another spacer. I know this seems repetitive, but I want to make sure you guys have everything you need to do it on your own. And then this is the C25, a 22 tooth cog. That wasn't a 20, yeah, maybe that was a 25 tooth. Yes, it was a 25 tooth. Okay, so now, actually, I believe this is it. Yep, there we go. Then we have another spacer. Clean the base. And this is a 19 tooth cog. I believe that's it right there. Yep. And then another spacer. Clean the spacer. Put that in there. Clean the base of the next one. This is a 17 tooth cog. Where are you? There it is. Very deceiving. Not exactly in your face as far as where the white part is. Another spacer. And we're nearly done. I know this seems repetitive, but again, this is more for you than for me. 15 tooth cog. There's the wide part. That goes down. And then this doesn't have a spacer, but clean the inside over here so it sits nice and flush. Okay, so right in there we want to clean. Okay, and also clean the inside so the next one sits nice and flush on it. Okay, so go in there and clean any dirt or debris that might collect. I think that's the wide one right there. Yep. Now we got the last one. For the last one, clean the inside in here. Okay. And then we're looking for the wide one, which is right there. So this should go down somewhere in here, and that's it. Now we're going to take our top cap, screw it in by hand for starters. Just be careful you don't spin this one underneath, right, out of its spot. It could pop out pretty easy. There we go. Just get it started. Now we put our tool. Then we grab our ratchet. Bring it down, and then we get our torque wrench, 40 Newton meters. Let's put it inside, and there we go, 40.3. And there you have it, folks. We just fully serviced the hub on a WTB Serra wheel, which is a Bear Pawls hub with a SRAM PG-1230 cassette on it, and XD Shimano driver. Again, this is a super easy job to do. This is a very easy hub to work on, and once a year at least, you should inspect your bearings. They made it super easy for you to do that, right? You don't even have to take out the cassette. Right now, like I said, you just pull out the axle or just separate the cassette from the top, and boom, you got access to the bearings. If you separate the axle and the cassette, you can test them, make sure everything's good, put some fresh grease in there, and everything will roll nice and smooth, all right? So, folks, if you liked the video, click that like button, click that subscribe button to see more videos, click that bell button, ding, in order to get notified when new videos get released. More videos like this are coming. If you want to check out a couple of videos out right now, those two over there might be of interest. Until the next time, I hope all is well with all of you, and we will be talking to you all soon. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.